ịma na unu ọbụ ụmụ nwaanyị unu laikiri ego mana unu a na-alaiki ka e were unu kpata ego ahụ ka ọ bụrụ n'aka unu ka ego ahụ ga-esi abịa. Hi guys, good evening and you're welcome. I am Lolo Kings Nyeneke and the medical doctor based here in Enugu. So in case you're wondering what I'm taking, if your husband is the type of person that takes a lot of alcohol or eats anyhow, this drink is very, very important for him. Like you can prepare this for him. It has garlic, ginger, it has the lime and lemon. It has a tablespoon of honey inside. Like prepare it for him. It's a very, very powerful detox. Very, very good for your body system. Even as a woman, if you're the type that always goes out very early in the morning and most times you come back late in the evening, you use public convenience, this very drink here will help you, okay? But anyways, that's not why we're here. So, I want to narrate some experiences I've had with some of my patients. As a tradomedical doctor, I get to meet a lot of people. I meet the poor, the wealthy, the average, slim, fat, tiny, short, name it. I meet different varieties of people, amazing people actually. And one of the things that I always do is I respect my patients a lot. I respect their opinion. But then, as a tradomedical doctor, one of my biggest challenge is hoping that the herbs that I give each of my patients works, like give them at least 85% results. But then, I've come to realize that not everybody that comes to me would actually get results. Let me tell you why. It is my work to administer treatment, but it's Jehovah that makes it work. But then there are some cases that it's just like cases like staphylococcus. I know I handle such cases very, very well. As much as I know that a lot of people believe that there is no cure because that particular infection is very, very stubborn. It's very, very stubborn. And most people feel like they've tried a lot of things and it did not work. So they kind of want to give up. But I'm telling you that if you're a woman in particular, the reason why I'm saying women in particular, I'm focused on women is because for men, they don't have an opening. And I always believe that if you're treating something like infection and you're not seeing it flushing out of your system, then it's almost like you're not doing anything. So if you're a woman, I know the accurate thing to give you. And you watch that stuff flush out of your system. I have series of testimonies, okay? If you want to see my testimonies, you can follow me on Facebook at Lolo Kings Nyeneke, okay? So there are some cases that, like, let me give you an instance. There's this particular woman that came to me about 3 months ago. I've been handling her case for 2 months plus now. And believe me, I've given this woman enough medication for her to conceive. Because when it comes to, there are cases like fibroid, there are cases like ovarian cyst, all these other extremities. But I'm talking about a situation where it is just staph. The lab results stated it clearly that it is just staph. And yet this woman is not able to conceive. Her fallopian tubes are okay. Her ovaries are very, very okay. Her FSH is very, very okay, functioning very, very well. Her prolactin level is balanced. Everything is just okay. Yet this woman is unable to conceive. So the first time she called me, she told me she had done IVF like twice. She has done a lot of things and it has never been successful. And as much as she's kind of disturbed and want to give up, but from my profile that she feels like she wants to give me a try. And I really encouraged her to, I encouraged her to go ahead and give it a try. And when I was doing this, because I've looked at her results, and if it's infection, heavy growth of staphylococcus, I know I've handled several cases like that, and I've been very, very successful in them. So I was 100% sure that she was going to get her results, the result she's looking for. So then we started up with the treatment, and the first stage of her treatment was just beautiful and amazing. And this one is very, very wealthy, need I tell you. So from the first stage of the treatment, she saw the staff flushing out. Everything was just going very, very okay and very well. She was very, very happy. At a point, her period that used to be very, very dark became very clear and beautiful, like no cramps. Everything was just falling in place within the first 2 months of her treatment. Then she got the fertility herb. Usually after the treatment of infection, I usually encourage my patients to go for the fertility treatments. You get that one helps, focuses on your female reproductive system. So when she took those fertility herbs, I encouraged her to meet up with her husband. And her husband, on the other hand, remember, if you're treating infection, you also need to get your husband treated. So, but then she insisted that according to her husband, he was getting the treatment from a medical professional in one of the big hospitals there in Abuja, so that there was no really need for me to actually give him any route. Most times I don't agree with my patients when they tell me such things, but then since she insists and she's seeing good results, from her own end, most times the only time I hear my husband is getting treatment elsewhere is when someone is trying to give you a trial and know if you know what you're doing. But when they give you a trial and they get to find out that you actually know what you're doing, they request for their husband's own. So since she was getting result and she still insisted that her husband was getting treatment elsewhere in the hospital, that I was fine with it, you get. So when she took the fertility herbs and she got my Mega Million Ovulation Booster and she started up, it got to a point I encouraged her to meet with her husband, and she did. She did not take it. This particular patient, remember, I've already treated her for 2 months plus, and now we're expecting her to meet with hubby and for her to be able to conceive. And she still did not conceive. The second month, again, she still did not conceive. I became worried because even most of my patients that came after she came had already taken in, and this woman has taken my Mega Million Ovulation Booster. If you don't know, my Mega Million Ovulation Booster is powerful. So since she wasn't taking it, I was really, really disturbed. So we continued like it, but this woman became my friend. She became a very good friend of mine. Do you get? So most times she'll come in the middle of the night, she'll cry and cry and cry. I'll still encourage her. Most times I'll speak with her husband. He went for a sperm analysis and everything is very, very okay. So why then is she not taking in? Do you get my point? So it got to a point I was really, really disturbed because this woman, she was always asking me, Lolo, is there no other thing you give me? Okay, let me take the Mega Million Ovulation Booster again. I'll pay. I have the money. Let me pay. She'll still pay for it again. And mind you, my Mega Million Ovulation Booster is 85,000 naira. So now this woman has gotten 2 portions of it. You get, I don't want to mention the staff treatment, the fertility herbs, and all of that. So I was really worried. I was really, really worried. And if there's one thing I needed urgently was her pregnancy testimony. So one of these days, I called her and I told her that sincerely. That was when she wanted to order for the fertility herbs and still repeat the Mega Million Ovulation Booster again the 3rd time. I told her I can't. I won't sell. I don't want to sell, not because I don't want the money, but because we are friends. And at this point now, this is not what you need. There is another problem. You get? I guess those my refusal to send those to sell those medicine to her kind of made her cry a lot that night, and it really disturbed her husband. So her husband called me after 2 days. Her husband called me on phone and he said, "Hello, Lolo." I said, "Good evening, sir. How you doing?" He said, "It's fine, it's fine. How about you?" It was in the morning, brother. I said, "Good morning, sir." He said, "How are you doing?" I said, "I'm very, very fine, sir. How is your family? How is your wife?" He said, "Lolo, see, keep your phone very, very handy. There's something I want us to talk. I want us to discuss, but it's going to be between both of us. You get?" I told him, "Okay, sir. No problem, sir. It's okay. Just give me 20 minutes. I'll be in my office. I'll call you." I said, "Okay." So within 20 minutes, he got to the office. He called me and this was our discussion. He said, "Hello, Lolo." I said, "Good boy, sir. You are at the office already?" He said, yes. "Lolo, see, I don't know if where you are is very, very convenient. There's something I want to tell you." I said, "Okay, sir. Go ahead. I'm fine." He said, "Okay." Lolo, see, you see my wife's inability to take in. Lolo, we he gave me. He said, Lolo, or we he gave me. So for me, initially, to be very, very honest with you people, I was expecting this man to say something like, hey, Lolo, what is happening now? We've spent good money. Why is she still unable to take in? Something like that. Something that is human. Something that is natural. You get? But on the other hand, what I heard was, Lolo, see, I'm not what I came with here. Lolo, can't come again. Please, if you don't hear Igbo, sorry, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to translate this thing, but still, you try and catch up, you get? So it was like, Lolo, ihe a chọrọ ịgwa gị ugbu a, achọrọ ka ọ bụrụ n'etiti mụ na gị. Ọka hụrụ nwunye m, onwe ụdị ọgwụ ọwụrụ inyere ya, shi nke ruo Ọnịcha ga-enwe isi. I was like, excuse me, sir, why would you say that nothing I will give your wife would succeed? Like, why would you make such kind of plain statement like that? Is there something I should know? He said, Lolo, Gemonti can work. Ịmana unu ọbụ ụmụ nwaanyị unu laikiri ego mana unu a na-alaiki ka e were unu kpata ego ahụ ka ọ bụrụ n'aka unu ka ego ahụ ga-esi abịa. I still don't understand this, sir. Say Lolo, hapụ ihe a na-ewe ụmụaka mee ka ngwa gị maka abalị abụọ na ehibụ m ụra otu aka nwunye m na-ebe akwa. Lolo, ihe m na-achọ ịgwa gị ugbu a biko, achọrọ m ka asịkwala nwunye m ị ga-enyezi ya ọgwụ ọzọ. Ihe m chọrọ ka ị na-emewo nyewe ya ọgwụ. Ọ bụrụ na ọ ga-ekwe gị omume, maka nwunye m na-ege gị ntị, ọ bụrụ na ọ ga-ekwe gị omume, gwa ya si ya na ma oge ntị na ọ dịka anya ndị iro banyere n'okwu ya ma ọ ga-amịrị adọt. Lolo, eji m ego, ọ wụrụ ego anyị aga zọrọ azọrọ. From everything this man said, it looks to me like he knows why his wife is unable to conceive. And from everything he has said, there is nothing I will give this woman that will help her. I'm not a spiritualist. And I'm a You get? I only use natural things to help. I don't know if you get my point. Now, in this case, assuming, because already I've had other discussion with this man, which I can't really share with you people here now. So, within these few months of relationship with this my particular patient now, the husband already knows I'm not the type that talks too much. Because there were times he called me, there are some certain things he told me that I did not tell his wife, which is only expected of me because it's not every, you see, whatever I discuss with my patients, is between me and my patients. Nothing can ever make me spill it. Do you get? So this man already knows that there's nothing he tells me now that I'll tell his wife. So that was why he had to open up to me. So, but then what he now told me was I should encourage his wife to let them go for adoption. That there is nothing I'll give his wife now that would actually help his wife. And not only that, that even if I want, that I should keep encouraging his wife to take some of my drugs. I should keep encouraging her to buy either another Mega Million Ovulation that is senior, that, just tell her something that he will pay. Do you get? Now, you don't need me to spill it out. This man knows the reason why his wife is unable to conceive. But then, he may not be able to tell her. And neither am I going to be the one to tell her. So what I did was, I had to encourage my patients. I'm not going to tell you people what I told her to do, okay? I have a lot of patients, so I don't want somebody watching this video tomorrow and assuming anything. So I'm not going to tell you people the later parts, okay? But then, what I'm saying in essence is this. A lot of people that come to doctors, most especially tradomedical doctors, already know that you may not be able to give them the solution to their problem. But there are some people that are still very, very mean, that they know you cannot give them the solution. They know the problem, where it's coming from, but they still want you to give them that solution. You get? This is why If you check if you go through my profile very well, you see that every single thing I do, I put Jehovah before me. Every single testimony I post, I thank Jehovah for it. Because it is his knowledge, it is the knowledge that Jehovah has given me that I use to follow up with all these things that I do. And with Jehovah's backing, I've been able to have a lot of testimonies and handle some very serious issues amicably without issues. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. Most times, try to look beyond what your mere eyes can see. A lot of things are beyond us. We cannot even see it, even if we look sharper than the usual. But then prayerfully with Jehovah's help, all yoke could be broken and it will be fine. Okay? But then, in other sense, it also means that we should not want to kill ourselves because we are not able to get solution to our problem. Who knows? Okay? There are a lot of lessons to learn from this story, even though myself, I don't even know the lesson. But then, my eyes have seen a lot, my ears have heard a lot. But in everything, we thank Jehovah, okay? So please, I have a lot of experiences that I'll be sharing with you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, okay? If you have your loved ones that have health challenges one way or the other, please don't forget to refer us to them. You can ask them to check us out on Facebook and on TikTok at Lolo Kings. I am Lolo Kings Onyeneke, and I'm saying thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to share, like, and do all the good things with us, okay?